Hello, this is Judy. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I am working on sketch 16 for Chrissy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, and this is round 8, and we're also combining this with Scrap Timber put on by Laura and the Scrappy Sisters, and their prompt today is a rainbow. So this is a sketch, and yeah, you can see it's in a rainbow, but it gives you, an idea of just using paper strips to go out. Didn't have a photo, right? So I imagine this is the photo in a circular element if you choose to do that. Now I'm going to run with this one and not do it particularly like this, but it will be. And I'm going to do it with a stencil, and I've got a ton of photos of my flowers that I'm starting to really beef up my flowers outside. Now that I'm retired, I have more time and I can get them planted, because you have to plant the bulbs ahead of time and so on and so forth. So I wanted to record every year in the spring the flowers that come up. So that's what all these photos are. And they're beautiful photos. Some of them came out really nice. The iPhone takes gorgeous pictures. So I got this stencil out, and this is one of our new stencils from Close to My Heart. And I hope you can see that it is, and it's a circular element with circles, but it is in that rainbow design. Okay, so I'm going to use my Distress Oxide and this stencil to create a background on this white daisy. And for the bottom part, I cut some of this avocado cardstock and some more of our wood grain, and that's going to be layered down here like that. And this is going to be a double page layout because I have so many photos. So this is going to be the other side, and I don't think I'm going to, I might use some Distress Oxide over here. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. So it'll be like this, so I can have some photos down this side with some flip-flaps to include all of them. And then I took out some yellow cardstock. I believe this is Canary, which is retired now, unfortunately. But I thought Lemonade was maybe too bright. So we'll see. This is our new shortbread, which will calm down that yellow. And then I'm going to use some purple cardstock. I don't use purple very much, but this grape and mulberry are gorgeous. I love them together. So that's the color combo there. And they're complementary colors, purple and yellow, so they look really good together. It's very pleasing to the eye. So that's what I'm doing, and those colors and everything will be used as photo mats. And then on the avocado, I'm going to do some stamping tone on tone. And I also brought out some stitched or embroidered borders stamp set to do a border, because you know me, I gotta have a border. And this is our April months of the year stamp, and it's got a tulip. Can't forget. Why is it words are so hard when you're doing a video? So, and it has April showers bring May flowers. So that's really apropos for this because it was in April. And then I have these that I can do tone on tone. They're florals from this new As You Grow stamp set. And then down at the bottom, if I do the embroidered borders, I can use these little stamps as fillers. They're just little tiny ones. So it's always good to have something small for a filler. And then these for my title. Okay. It's a prairie alphabet and a daisy alphabet, and it's the same kind of font, but these are large, these are small, so I can combine those. So that's where I'm going, and I'll be back with a little bit more done and let you know how I'm doing. I thought I would add the process of adding my Distress Oxide ink onto my white daisy, and I'm using this wall safe tape from Scotch. It is the best. It comes up, doesn't tear your paper, and it holds everything, but it doesn't stick. I mean, it's just really good. So much better than washi tape or that purple tape or anything. I've used so many different things trying to find something good, and this is the perfect one that I have so far. So these are the Distress Oxide inks that I'm going to use, and we carry Mustard Seed, Tattered Rose, and Sealess Preserves. Scattered Straw was in my stash, so I wanted to pull it out as my light yellow. And I'm going to pull out my daubers. And I really, really like the dome daubers. So I'm going to use this yellow one. And this is usually used with the mustard seed, because I have one for the ones that we actually carry. So I'm going to go ahead and see if there's much on here. And I'm going to do the center layers of the circles. And now I will move to the scattered straw. And this seems to be a pretty intense yellow. A lot brighter than I thought it was going to be anyway. And I will go from there in, so the lightest part will be in the center. And now when I move to the mustard seed, which will be much more intense, I'll overlap. So I want it really intense here, and then I will move into those smaller circles. All right, and now I'm going to go just a little bit out, and it will mix with that Tattered Rose to blend. So now I'm going to pull this one out, and sorry if you hear distractions. My husband's upstairs, and I think he just got something on his radio. So I'm going to do this one with this dauber, because I don't want to mix the yellow on my dauber before I do this one. I want to get it to be the pure color. And now I can go and blend, and I will blend up to the last one, which will be the Sealess Preserves. Just a little bit into these circles here. And you can always go back and blend it after you add the other color. And even though it looks like I don't have a lot there, there is color there. When we pull this up, you're going to see it. So that's done. So now let's go to the purple. And I don't have a purple dauber. I have to use a new dauber. I don't know where the other one is, but we'll get this one going. It'll get inked up quick enough, right? I'm just catching the edges of this. Oops. I should have put tape on those other edges, right? Okay, so that's how I do my Distress Ink Oxide on a stencil. Let's see what it looks like now. I pull it up. Ooh. Oh, it's so pretty. So, so pretty. And that tape came up nice and clean. So I will reuse these. I stick them on a little metal stand I have, so that they are out of the way and don't get anything on them. So I'm going to do the other one, and then we'll see what I do next. I swayed a little bit from the sketch, but I'll show you what I've come up with. So these are the photos I'm going to put into this side of the layout. And I did some random stamping on this side, as I said. I did the border here and here, and I think that's going to be really, really pretty. So I've got a bunch of horizontal and vertical photos. So I'll probably have a couple of flip flaps on this side and one on this side. And the main layout, I made a template out of some scrap paper, and I laid it over the purple paper and then over the photos. And I cut them out so that they had a little bit of edge of the purple and laid it on top. I got some butterfly thin cuts that were in my stash. I had a beautiful title that was in my stash, and then these floral thin cuts that were in my stash. So I cut them out of the cardstock that coordinated, and this photo I cut with a thin cut, and then I layered it on top of another thin cut. Well, this should be a thin cut prompt layout for me. But anyways, I like it. It's really pretty. I would never have done something like this if it hadn't been for the sketch. So that's why I like the sketches. They kind of have you do something you would never do, and it really gives a lot of really nice variety to your scrapbooks to see different layouts. So what I'm going to do with this is I was going to use purple. I think I'm going to use yellow. I'm going to draw the yellow around the edge and just ink the edges of this, and it just kind of makes it glow. Yellow is one of my most favorite colors. And having the purple at the outer edge of this will really make it stand out, because the yellow and the purple, as I said, are complementary colors. So perfect. So that's what I have. I'm going to go ahead and put down these pieces, and I popped this up on foam adhesive so that I could tuck things underneath it. And the yellow, I mean, there's nothing in the photos that they can't cover, right? Because it's just a representation of what my flowers look like. And I'm going to add some little tags with the dates, because it went from the beginning of March till the end of April, so that it has that representation. So I'm not going to cover up this. This is one of my can't remember the name of the flower. I'll remember it before the end of the video, I'm sure. So I love that. And I could even like trim these two flowers off of both of these and use them elsewhere. So I may do that too. So this is where I'm at. Tuck that down there. And I would probably raise this up a couple of the butterflies as well. I'm going to put it on the dark one. This has words embedded into it when you run it through. It's like embossing folder, but it's a thin cut that embosses into the paper, and then you cut it out with the outside. And I just did these plain, as you can see. So I'll prop them up and add some dimension there. And this side is done. It's so pretty. It's just very unique, right? So I will come back after I glue it all down and get the other side done and show you what I ended up with, because I have to add some more embellishment to the other side. I'll probably run some more of these flowers through and get some more of those. Okay. My layout is done, and that's the sketch again. And this is my layout. And again, something I would never have done if it weren't for this sketch series and the inspiration. I really like it. It's really pretty. I put a little tab here, one of our new tab thin cuts, and put the dates for what these flowers, when the pictures were taken. And I added the date here for 2021 and did another die cut of the flowers there, and then I overlaid part of it with the yellow, and I really like how that looks. Took the butterfly off to put on the other page. So here's the companion page, which is basically the same kind of layout. you know. But I turned it on its side. And I cut these photos down to 3.5 by 5 and matted them. Same as this layout, the color mats. And added another thin cut. Made my title in Cricut. There's the other butterfly. I inked him around the edges just to soften him up and make him look like they belong together. And the flip flaps, did flip on that one, or lift on that one, and flip on this one. So that's 5 photos, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 photos on a 2-page layout from a sketch with 1 photo. So yeah, make use of it to make it work for you, right? So really pretty, really, really pretty eye-catching layout. All right, hope you enjoyed that. And in the video description, I will have a link to all the ladies that are playing along with this sketch series from Chrissy's Beautiful Life. So go ahead and check some of them out for some more inspiration. Thank you for joining me. Take care.